This is the Voigt AX90, and this is the bow that I believe was made for everyone. This bow I took out the box. It should give me a reading of about 90 pounds. It's set at 29-inch draw length, and I'm going to put it on the scale to see what it actually measures. £90.2, but this is where the magic happens. The AX90 obviously has some different features than the standard AX3 bows, with a different limb bolt. Obviously there's an extreme amount of poundage and pressure on these bows, so everything needs to be made stronger. I'm going to take this bow down with 4 full turns, top and bottom, and what I've seen by doing so, it actually decreases poundage a lot more than your standard bows, where 1 full turn usually is about 3 pounds. I found that these are almost 4 to 5 pounds. That is 4 full turns, top and bottom. I've only made adjustments on the limb bolt itself. I've done nothing with the XTS system, and that was the previous reading, 90.2. £72. What a nice wide variety that you can get in poundage on this specific bow. When you take this XTX system actually all the way up, it's actually going to decrease your poundage by 2 more pounds. So you'd be able to get 70 pounds by just changing the limbs and the XTS system on this bow, giving you a nice wide range. And most people shoot 70 pounds, and this is actually a 90-pound bow. And now on the other side of the spectrum, if 90 pounds is not enough for you, and we have to go full disclaimer with this one, we've pimped up this bow to go over 100 pounds, and if we've made some small adjustments. The XTS system is all the way down on the top and the bottom. That will, on all the new bows with the XTX system, increase your poundage with at least 3 to almost 4 pounds, making this bow at least 93, 94 pounds. But what we have done is we've actually increased the twists in both the cables here with 3 or 4 turns, and that also increases the poundage. But this is not recommended by Voigt, and this is uncharted water, so we do not recommend you doing this to the bows. They do not test the bows all the way up to the 100 pounds, but what I've seen with the Voigt bows, they are extremely durable and reliable. And compared to a lot of the other suppliers with a higher poundage bows, these bows are really durable and they are made to last. But I want to put this on the scale to show you what the poundage is on this bow. £101.6. Not for the faint-hearted, to say the least. This bow really is going to deliver an immense amount of power, but as soon as you start playing with the cables, it does change the feel of the bow, it changes the let-off, and it changes the valley. So I do not recommend you doing this. But if you want to tweak it a little bit, I gave you some tips just now on what you can do to increase the poundage on this bow. But just think about it for a second. We took the AX 90-pound bow all the way down to 70, and we got it up all the way to over 100 pounds. It gives you a range of 30 pounds, from 70 all the way up to 100 pounds. And in my opinion, this is a bow that I would shoot this year, just because I can take it down all the way to 70, where I'm very comfortable in shooting 70 pounds. And when I do have the opportunity to shoot a pachyderm thick-skinned animal here in Africa, I can take it to 90 all the way up to 100. But I do want to say I can shoot a 100-pound bow, but I'm not comfortable in shooting 100 pounds all the time. 90 pounds definitely is more comfortable, but don't buy this bow if you cannot handle the poundage. It's very important that you stick true to your shooting form and that you do not overbow yourself. The features that I do like on this bow, as is on the RX series and the other AX aluminium bows, AX3s, is the cam system. The cam has got a draw range from 26 inches all the way up to 30 inches. What I do like about these cams is the ease in adjusting your draw length and actually adjusting your let-off. And this you do on the module itself from 75 all the way up to 85. And when you are shooting higher poundage like this, 90 pounds and even more, having an 85% option is really nice and comfortable. Like I've previously mentioned, this is a completely different riser versus the AX3. It's a slightly shorter riser itself, almost 1 inch shorter. But the features that you get from the AX3 with the ghost sticks that you can add and all the other accessories with the inline system, obviously they've strengthened the limb pocket system with proper steel screws with all the power and the energy that actually goes through this bow. And Hoyt is renowned for the durability and longevity. And this AX90, one thing to consider when you are getting one of these higher poundage bows is that you need the correct spine arrows to shoot from this bow. And a lot of the manufacturers these days do have a 250, 200, even a 150 spine option that you can shoot from these bows. And when you are tuning these bows, you'll never get a paper tee if you don't have the correct spine. And it's also dangerous shooting an incorrect spine from these really powerful bows. I'm going to shoot a 480 grain arrow from this bow. I'm going to shoot a 550 and a 650. This bow is just over 90 pounds and a 29 inch draw length. And I'm only going to shoot it at my draw length of 29 because I don't really enjoy shooting 90 pounds the whole day. (315 feet per second). 550 grain arrow. (296 feet per second, and a 650 grain arrow at 29 inches, 90 pounds. (271 feet per second). That gives you a good indication of what kind of speed you will generate from this bow. But do remember, when they give you the speed of 347 on the ATA rating, it is set 90 pounds, 30 inches, and 5 grains per pound. 29 inches is quite an average draw length for most people. And with the different arrows that I've shot, we've seen that we got kinetic energy way over 100 foot-pound of kinetic energy, which is a huge amount of kinetic energy. And why would you end up getting one of these AX90s? And my recommendation would be, if you are a shorter draw length archer and you are looking for slightly more foot-pound kinetic energy, the AX90 is definitely an option for you. You can take this poundage up to give you the desired foot-pound kinetic energy, and you will obviously get the speed that you need. I do not recommend, if you cannot draw the higher poundage bows, do not consider getting any of these bows. There are definitely some other options available. The AX329 axle to axle or the AX333, that poundage you can get in a 50 max, 60 max or 70 pound maximum, and that would be the bow that I would advise you to get. But if you are a serious bow hunter and you are considering getting the options to hunt from either 70 pounds all the way up to even 100 pounds, the AX90, in my opinion, is definitely a bow that you should consider, with all the features that Hoyt has to offer on the cam itself, with its adjustability, the ease of draw, and the speed and the energy that you get from the shorter draw length options like 28 and 27 inches. We've done those tests on the previous video where we saw that with the shorter draw length, this cam gives a really good speed versus some of the other brands that's out there. The AX90, definitely worth a go. Go check it out at your closest dealer. Go shoot it, go feel it, go look at it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below on what you would like to see next time and what you thought about the video. Are you going to get or go and shoot the 90-pound bow? Can you shoot the 90-pound bow? Remember to like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.